Good morning. Well, would you look at that? We're in September, about middle of the month, right about now, and we got a few odds and ends we need to do. So one of those things was harvesting field 5. Um, field 9 is just about done, but because it's flax and field 5 is also flax, so it seems like if you have two fields that are identical product, they don't really want to finish both contracts until both of them are combined, so sometimes it carries over. Anyway, that is kind of besides the point. What I wanted to do today was make some hay. And you can see the flax combines are working hard right over here, both of them. So we're just going to let them do their thing. But we, on the other hand, we need to go and make some hay. As you can so clearly see, our TMR machine has not been doing anything for the last little while, and that has mostly been down to no hay available. And it is for that reason that we will be making hay today on this field 21 here. So without further ado, we're going to fold down these mowers. We're going to get our worker set in motion, and we'll go and get this grass cut. Alright, you do your thing. Yep, drop the mower down and off he goes. That is perfect. So while the T6 is off doing his thing, we can go check back on those combines and see how those guys are doing, if they're just about full or what the deal there is. I just had a little look at the combines and they're both about 3/4 full, so it'll be a little while. I figure they'll probably come back to this end before they do get full. I just figured it is worth pointing out a few things. Number one, our silage bunker is fully rolled. It's ready to be closed, but I think we'll probably get another crop of grass in there, so I'm not going to cover it just yet. And secondly, I believe this tractor had an update done to it, and now I seem to be missing my duals, which is rather startling, but that's just what it is. Not much we can do about that, can we? Unless we want to go back and add some. But seeing as this guy doesn't do a lot of heavy driving, heavy pulling anymore, I figure the tractor's fine just with the single tires. And we'll be tedding with this thing in just a couple minutes here. And just because we figure our day wasn't quite busy enough, we're also going to bale all of the flax straw here. Because, you know, sometimes you get impatient waiting for those combines to do their thing, and then you feel like you gotta do a little something extra. And I've been itching to see what flax straw looks like. My impression is it's going to be a little bit darker. It's not going to be so much the golden color straw. It's going to be more of a brownish bale. So I was itching to figure out how these things would look, and so yeah, I figured now's as good a time as any. So we're going to go ahead and bale all of this while we wait for our mower to finish so we can start the tedding, and while we wait for our combines to fill up so we can empty them. Always got to be productive. Okay, we're coming up on the end of the first row, and yes, we can see that those bales are definitely more brown than what we're used to. They were very dark brown compared to the stubble left on the field, which honestly doesn't really make sense, but it's okay. And would you look at that, our combine has a full tank. Perfect. Then that means we can go jump over to the combines and empty them out. Just approaching the combine right now, and as I was approaching, I saw that the other combine there was full as well. It's nice when they line up so nicely. Gotta love it. I guess all we gotta do now is empty both combines and see where the day takes us from there. Alright, it looks like it's the Tedder's moment to shine. looks like the mower is all done, doing its thing. So time to ted all of this grass. And of course we can let our laborer do it all by himself. Oh, hold on. Just before we get going, I don't think I was perfectly in the right row. Let's move ourselves over ever so slightly. Yeah, we want to make sure that we get the entire field done. There we go. Much better. And let it spray. That's beautiful. Just watching it spray all the grass around. Very nice. While that tedder is doing his thing, I hooked up the T6 to the windrow, or in other words the rake, and now I'm back in our T7 and just making bales, making flax bales while I wait for those combines to finish off. It's a nice leisurely kind of day, right? Got a couple of different chores going on, but things are rolling along smooth. Field's a little bumpy, but that's okay. We're having ourselves a good time. There we have it. The tedder is all done. So that means we can start with the windrow. And we got a park just over there, hooked up to the T6. I'm going to go bring the tedder away, and then we're going to go jump on the T6, and we're going to get that thing rolling right away. As promised, here's the T6. This thing's got a lot of hours on it already. One of these days we're going to have to either sell this one for a brand new T6, or we got to do something else. Not sure what the deal is, but so far it seems to be working pretty good. So no complaints on our end. So there you go. Starting to rake it all together, and that should make us some hay, which will be awesome. As we can see, the field is nearly done here. I figured I didn't need to bring this combine any further. That other combine should be able to get that remaining strip by himself. So that leaves me to bring this combine over to the far end of the field, dump it into the dump truck, and we can finally finish off those two contracts that we've been sitting on for a while. Seeing as this machine is actually really poor condition right now, I think I'm going to bring it to the workshop and just get it fixed up, fueled up, you know, basically give it a little bit of TLC that it's been needing for a while we wait for the other combine to finish up. Shouldn't be too long from now. As we can see, the combine is in dire need of more paint and also repairs. Now I don't care about the paint so much. It's an old combine, right? And then also the honeybee header needs some new paint as well as repair. Again, not really worried about the paint, I'm just worried about the repair. So there we go. And as you can see, it clearly did not fit in there. It's a bit of a joke that it doesn't fit in there, but that's okay. At least our machine is more or less fixed up now. And while I'm checking out all of the workers, I may as well check out this T6 doing its raking, and it looks like it is doing a magnificent job. It is just about done here, and that means we can bring our baler here as soon as we're done with that flax baling. Or alternatively, we could hook up the auger master wagon and the forage harvester, and then spray everything in that way. That is maybe what I'll end up doing. Hey, look, we're all done with field number 5 now. All I gotta do is take some of this grain out, and yeah, there's going to be a little bit in that combine left. We'll go deliver this grain, and that should be it for the combining part. Let's just open up that spout and finish dumping this out. I knew there wasn't much in here. I just emptied it. It didn't quite make it as far as what I'd hoped to go. Didn't quite make it to the end of the row, but that's alright. Alright, then why don't we just go ahead and bring this over to the dumping area and see what kind of harvest we got. I'm not too worried about saving a bunch of grain here, so if I sell a little bit that should have gone to me, that's perfectly fine. It's not the end of the world. So I might just, end up tipping everything and just calling that good. The mission calls for dropping it at the grain mill warehouse. And it never really specifies, and I know I dropped it there in the previous episode, but I just want to make sure that I get it at the right place. And I see one exclamation mark, so I'm guessing that's the one. But look, it says Western Grain, so it's not that. Grain mill warehouse. That's feed warehouse, provisions, clothing, Western Grain. Fascinating. Grain mill warehouse, there it is. We're gonna tag that, and yes, it is at the exact same spot as last time. That's what I thought it would be anyway, but it's always good to double check just so you don't end up dumping at the wrong spot and having to pay for all that grain. Feels very foolish to have to pay a guy for something that you outright stole underneath his nose. Or at least it does for me. But here we go. We're about to dump that. Both contracts are done, plus a $61,000 harvest income. Very nice. Let's just go ahead and see those contracts. One was 34, one was 21, almost 22. We can collect and collect. Beautiful. We're at 1.4 million again. I got no complaints about that. That is just perfect. Well, if there's one thing to learn, it would be that flax is an expensive crop. So even though you don't get much per acre, it seems like it's a fairly expensive grain. Which brings me to wonder how expensive these bales are going to be. I'm hoping that they're going to fetch a really nice price. That is my hope. We'll have to take a look at the charts and see how they compare to just regular wheat or barley straw. See if there's a significant difference or not. But I'm just about done baling here. I got one short row left, and then I guess we can go and get the flat deck trailer and start loading all these bales. We're just coming up on the end of the field here right now. There we have it. Alright, and we can unload the baler. And how about you get off? I would appreciate that. There we go. Look at that. It's almost like I stacked it on purpose. Boom. Perfect. Alright, so this baler is now ready to head out to the cattle yard, store it properly, and let's see what else we can get ourselves into. I figured it wouldn't feel right to end the episode without at least collecting some bales. So that's what we're going to do now. We're just going to rip along here and see how many bales we can collect. And yeah, let's collect bales and then sell them. Make some money. That's what the farm is all about after all. Now would you look at that. There it is. We can just add those tension belts. Not sure if you can see them or not, but they're on there. But that there is all the bales. So now before we go any further, I need to go to our menu and see who's offering the most for flax bales. So we're just waiting for this to save here. Okay. let's go down this menu and see where the flax bales are. And as well, we want to see how much straw is. Straw looks like animal dealer selling for 60. Okay. Or buying for 60, I should say. Now let's see where those flax bales are. They'll be somewhere here at the bottom, no doubt. Okay, we have flax itself, but we're looking for flax straw. Oh, wow, yeah. Animal dealer, 137. Even the feed warehouses offer more than for these flax bales than for normal straw. Very, very interesting. Alfalfa's up there in price too. The hay is right up there. That is fantastic news. All right. You know, guys, I think we know what we got to do. We've got to go and deliver these to the animal dealer. Don't you think? I'll see you guys there. Right on. We just delivered the bales, and if you look at our chart at the harvest income, it says 61,000. So that's how much we got for our bales, which is, you know, it's a decent haul. I am not complaining about that. 61,000 for not even a full semi-load of bales. That is perfect. That is just perfect. Anyway, we need to end the episode here, so what I'm going to say is thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy that. And hopefully you guys can join me again next week when we do a little more work on the farm. But till then, you guys take care, and we shall see you next time. Bye.